military targets, but NATO says the stations are used to mobilize Muammar Gaddafi supporters. U.S. troops are going on about their missions overseas this weekend with another concern. Will they still get paid if the nation defaults in 2 days? And they're not the only Americans asking that question. Investment expert and financial columnist Gene Marks is here to talk about who's going to feel the pain. Hey, Gene.
Hey, Joyce. How are you?
All right, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
All right, so the chairman of the Joint Chiefs told the troops that he did not know if they will get paid yesterday. Will they?
Hey, you know, he's telling the truth. I mean, as we saw at the top of the hour, I mean, the debt ceiling debates continue on, and it really does look like, Joyce, that this thing is going to be worked out. But if you're in the military and they don't work this out by, August the 2nd, which is on Tuesday, they might not very well get paid. They're not really on the list of those people that would get payments if payments were to be made. But if you're working in the military, I don't think you have too much to worry about, because even if the government misses a payment on your paycheck, they're going to be making it up in the future, so no reason to panic about that.
Yeah, but people have bills and folks are down to the last penny budgeting them. What about Social Security payments and other federal benefits for August? I mean, if they're right down to the deadline right there, we've seen these deals fall apart.
Right.
Will they get paid? They come out on like the second, third of the month?
They do. So here's what the deal is. There's about $172 billion of revenue that the government is still expected to take in during the month of August. And they do have a picking list of those types of priorities that would get paid. Social Security is definitely up there, interest on the national debt as well. Certain primary key things for the government to keep working would get funded. I would find it highly, highly unusual if Social Security payments did not go out to its recipients, even if a debt deal doesn't come through.
Wow, who's not on the list? What about postal services, national parks, and monuments? That's a big deal in our tourism department here in this city.
Yeah, it is. Well, Joyce, you and I are definitely not on that list. And as far as the national parks and monuments, and we can see the crowds out by the Liberty Bell, so maybe it's good for traffic if they shut down for a couple of days. I'm just kidding, of course. They actually are a lower priority on the list as well. So if the debt ceiling debate falls through and the government sort of runs out of money and can't make those payments, postal services, right now, there's 3,600 post offices that are slated for closing anyway as part of the budget debates. And you can look at that if you want to see if there's post offices in your area that you'd be affected. In addition to that, national services and national parks also, Joyce, if the debt ceiling debate falls through, they would lose their funding and they would most likely shut down.
And very quickly, Gene, if there is a agreement right there, we're hearing that that the Democrats may be agreeing to something there.
Right.
What will happen tomorrow on Wall Street?
Well, right now, the stock market itself has fallen the most in this past week that it has in over a year. It fell about 500 points. So everybody on the stock market is really waiting to see what happens. Will there be a big jump? Well, any kind of emotional uplift would be good for the market. So I would think that if a deal agreement is made tonight or even sometime tomorrow, I think we'll be seeing stocks going up.
All right. Good news there. Okay, Gene Marks, thanks so much for coming in tonight. Good
Thanks,
to see
Joyce.
you.
Good seeing you.
Well, it seems like it's nearly impossible to find a diet that really works, right? So how do all those celebrities out there manage to keep off the